I don't know if you're recording there. That's weird. But anyways, guys, welcome to the live stream. So, as the title indicates, we are live watching the landfall of Hurricane Francine here. So, Francine has become a Category 2 hurricane as the eye approaches the Louisiana coast. Life-threatening storm surge and hurricane conditions are currently spreading across the Louisiana coastline here. So let me pull up the stream on my end here. Then we'll get right on into it. So we also have a new tropical depression. We'll talk about that following the landfall, Francine, because if we go on over here to Radar Omega, and if it wants to work here, which is questionable, the screen, I believe, is a storm surge warning. The blue, I believe, is a hurricane warning, or yes, a hurricane warning. And this is our eye right here. So the eye is now coming ashore. So, right this area right here is the eye of Hurricane Francine. And we have just gotten in a new mid-scale discussion concerning the tornado threat, because hurricanes do produce tornadoes when they're making landfall. But right about here is the center of Francine. So it still has a good 25-ish miles. Let's see. Not even 20, like 17 to 18 miles before landfall here. But landfall is expected within the next half an hour here. So we're just going to stay on until this happens here. We're going to watch landfall happen live here on the channel. This will be the third landfall, I think, that we've gotten. This is either the second or the third landfall that we've had on the channel. We barely got to see Debbie's landfall. I don't believe we were live. No, this is our third one because we also watched Chris make landfall back in July. July 2nd was the last time we had two tropical systems. And I say that because we have Tropical Depression 7 over here. This was formerly Invest 93L. And then we have Francine over here, making landfall as we speak. So going into the advisory, I don't think we've had any more changes. We have had change. The storm surge warning has been canceled west of the Vermilion Cameron Parish line. Like I was saying in, I believe, a previous live stream or video, the track of Francine has shifted. Earlier I was saying like Cameron and those areas would get the brunt of it. Lake Charles, I know specifically I said you guys might get impacted. With the recent shifts that have happened with Francine, it has also shifted itself more eastward, playing areas like areas along the coastline. Well, obviously the coastline, but Homa, New Orleans, Slidell, all you guys are in the risk now. Slidell, if you guys remember, was the previous home of the New Orleans Radar. It has since moved up further to the northwest near Kentwood and Franklinton and Bogalusa. This, I believe, is a airport radar. That won't give us anything because it is down right now. But this area right in here is our eye wall. And as you can see, it is mostly on shore, aside from this area over here. But most of the eye wall has came ashore within the last 2 hours here. And the eye is beginning to move onshore. We will have landfall within the next hour and a half. We will definitely be getting landfall in the next hour and a half here. Francine is a Category 2 hurricane with wind speeds of 100 miles an hour. It's still moving northeast at 17 miles an hour, which would put it at landfall within the hour here. If it is the center is about 17 to 18 miles off the shore. Going at approximate here. This is approximately where the center is. Actually, let's go into the warning, see how far it is. It's about 40 miles south-southwest of Morgan City. Morgan City is... Where is Morgan City? Also, I would have started this live stream earlier. However, my sister came home sick today, so I let her rest. And plus, there was no need to go on to a live stream and pretty much do nothing for like 5 hours, pretty much. I know some other streamers like Ryan Hall, them went on. I think it was like noon today, noon Eastern. But obviously, I have things to do. They also have things to do, but you know what I mean. But this is Morgan City. It is population of 11,472 people at the 2020 consensus. Okay, so it's like just to the southwest of Morgan City. It's near Thibodeau. Oh, it's like right up here, I think. Maybe? Yeah. Yeah. There's Morgan City right here. You guys are also under a flash flood watch. It was south-southwest. I'd put the center about right there. Then drawing that from about there. About 16 miles here. And if we do, we're within an hour of the landfall of Hurricane Francine here. Once again, if you're just tuning into live stream, Francine is currently just upgraded to Category 2 hurricane here with winds of 100 miles an hour. Hurricane watch is still in effect for New Orleans. Would have thought that they would have upgraded it. I would have thought they would have upgraded it to at least a hurricane warning with the recent shift. However, because the center of it and the hurricane force wind is so compacted within itself, it's probably not gonna maximum winds, central impression. Yeah, the hurricane force winds only extend outward up to 40 miles from the actual eye itself. Which, if we jump back over to radar omega once again, the eye is roughly in this area. It's a really ragged eye. It's not like your typical eye that you would expect from a hurricane, but as of recently, it has encountered shear in the upper levels, and it has also encountered. It's been battling off dry air as well. That's hindered it from doing anything. Francine is a Category 2 hurricane with wind speeds of 100 miles an hour. We've just got a new scan in the center is the eye is moving ashore right now. Unfortunately, we cannot use these chaser feeds because, unfortunately, we don't work with them or Radar Omega. Mesoscale discussion for tornado watch. Severe threat. Severe weather threat for tornado watch 667 continues. Severe threat continues across tornado watch 667. A brief tornado or two cannot be ruled out over the next few hours. Multiple transient supercells embedded within the broader rain band associated with Hurricane Francine have perlocated in intensity and organization over the past few hours across southeast Louisiana and adjacent areas offshore. However, widespread and persistent rain shield has limited diurnal heating, with surface temperatures barely exceeding the mid 70s amid mid 70 dew points. The resultant thermodynamic profiles yield scant buoyancy with mid-level cape limited to 500 joules per kilogram, perhaps less in spots, which likely tempering tornado potential. Nonetheless, HDC VAD profiler trends show photographs increasing in size and curvature as vertical wind fields increase in intensity with the approach of Francine Center. As such, a couple of brief tornadoes cannot be ruled out where a longer lived, sustained supercell structure can traverse a favorable overlapping buoyancy shear parameter space. Please see www.scc.noaa.gov for graphic content, which basically is just showing you guys where the graphic is, which we will pull up here. Then we also have our map up because once Francine does make landfall, we will shift our focus to Tropical Depression 7, which is expected to become Tropical Storm Gordon either tonight or early tomorrow. Also, ignore the motorcycle in the distance. Let's reload, please. Please reload SBC. But right here is our tornado watch that's been issued. This is obviously Francine right down here. We have 2 days of slight rest. and I don't think we're going to be able to get anything from it right now. So, also, I should note that the National Hurricane Center started doing hourly advisories on Francine about, let me see here. They started the hourly updates at about noon today, when the system was about 140 miles south southwest of Morgan City. So just to show you guys here, when they started doing the advisories, it was 140 miles south southwest, and now it is about 40 miles. Now it has increased since they started doing the hourly updates. When they first started it, it was moving at 13 miles an hour. It has since sped up to 17, as you can see right here. I'm going to close that out. I guess I probably should pull up tropical tidbits, huh? Yeah, I guess I don't need it that much, actually. We go into the forecast advisory. They're expecting it to get down to 55 knots at 60, 18, 30 knots. So very quick weakening afterwards. After it makes landfall, the National Hurricane Center is expecting rapid weakening of the system once it makes landfall. Now, I want to jump on over very quickly because we don't have a lot of time to talk about this before we go into landfall coverage. I want to take a look at Tropical Depression 7 here. This was named at, I believe, the 11 p.m., not 11 p.m., jeez, 11 a.m. advisory. This was designated, I should say. About 675 sorry, it's about 420 miles west of the Cabo Verde Islands. Maximum sustained winds are at 35 miles an hour. It's doing west northwest at 18 miles an hour. Obviously, no watches or warnings. Maximum sustained winds are near 35 miles an hour with higher gusts. Some strengthening is forecast during the next 48 hours, and the depression could become a tropical storm tonight or on Thursday. So the next advisory on this system will be at 11 because there's no watches or warnings in effect. Because of that, they cannot do the every 3 hour advisory times. But we have a couple of areas that we're watching as well here. We obviously still have 92L here with 94L, my apologies. That's just falling off cliff. That's just not going to do anything anymore. We have 92L located behind it with 30% chance. Then, if we jump on over to our 7-day graphical weather outlook here, you can see that we actually have one more area that's forecast. So we have this system that's forecast to. There's a low pressure system that's possibly going to form here off the southeast coast. It could develop some subtropical or tropical characteristics. The National Hurricane Center has given that a 30% chance of forming. So now let's jump back over to Radar Omega here. And now the coverage has begun. We are moments away from landfall on Hurricane Francine. This is from Jeremy DeHart on Twitter. This is something else. 53rd WRS, which is the NOAA Hurricane Hunters, measured 100 knots at flight level in the southeastern eye wall and extract SLP down to 971. That's a 10 millibar drop in just over 10 hours. The anticipated hauled out eye looks as healthy ever. Francine clearly making an intensification run just prior to landfall. And yeah, that makes sense. Um, Danger of life-threatening storm surge from Francine. Did I just close off? Yes, I did. Um, okay, I'm just scrolling through Twitter right now. Storm is coming ashore right now. Do not leave this channel. Landfall will be happening within the next half an hour here if trends continue. So do not go anywhere here. I'm scrolling through Twitter right now trying to find anything here. Read. Oh, that's. Yeah, jeez, Reed. Oh, wait, that's his name, Reed. That's J Jack. Wow. So, Aaron J Jack is over here in Duloc, Louisiana, and he's getting a storm surge. Obviously, we can't show the stream because of copyright reasons, but jeez. My goodness, there. That's wow. Also, this real time location, that's on my phone. There is a camera in New Lock that's approximately somewhere down here. And I'm not sure if it was like that earlier, but there was a I don't even know. What's Copic getting? Oh, Copic has some flooding. Looks like he might be getting into the eye here. Cannot confirm, but might be looking like Brandon Kopic, who is right here, is entering the eye of Francine. Not believe we have any tornado warnings at this point. We do not. Landfall is imminent here, guys, within the next 30 minutes. Apparently, the Weather Channel is using Reed Timmer's footage. I'm jumping over there on my phone right now to see. Right now, they're in a commercial break. So I'll have that up on top. But we are moments away here from landfall of Hurricane Francine. We are moments away here. Once landfall happens, we can expect a special advisory come out that will be labeled in pink, saying basically landfall has happened at this time near this area. And this time we are on scene enough to catch it, unlike we were with W, where we literally signed on last minute. Like, literally, it was like 20 minutes. I woke up 20 minutes before Debbie made landfall down in this area, and near where Dahlia made landfall last year. Around this time, actually, as well. So, we just saying into the live stream, Francine has become a Category 2 hurricane moments before it makes landfall. Weather Channel is still on their break right now. Not really seeing much right now. We are awaiting the confirmation from the National Hurricane Center that. Oh, wow. Okay. That lake behind Jim Cantori is, yeah. There's no way that the wind is 36 miles an hour with gusts of 56. There is no way. There's just no way, because Cantori is located right about here. If we take a look at our velocity, we'll take a look at our high-res velocity product here, which it seems to be broken. Please don't be broken on the. Okay, fine. We love this. We love this so much. uh, oh man. But wow, that's insane. Yeah, velocities are broken on Weather Channel as well. But even 30 minutes ago, that lake was calmer than it is now. So that has definitely increased. Wave action has definitely increased on that lake behind Jim Cantori here. That's insane. Obviously, we can't show the Weather Channel's imagery because copyright. We can't show any of the Storm Chasers feeds either. Also, because copyright. But man, Cantori is getting pummeled right now. Once again, if you're just seeing in, landfall of Hurricane Francine is imminent now. Within the next 30 minutes here, if even that. We are constantly refreshing our page here, just awaiting the confirmation that Francine has made landfall. Obviously, we cannot confirm anything without the National Hurricane Center. Take a look at the wind history here. See that it hasn't been a hurricane that long. It was only designated as a hurricane yesterday at the 8 p.m. advisory. Most of its time as a tropical storm, and that is a. I'm going to say this because we're on YouTube, but that is a very interesting feature there from National Hurricane Center. If you know what I mean. So, take a look at the cone here. And we'll take a look at our experimental cone, which, in my opinion, is much better. Now, the areas that have the cross section of pink and blue, that is the area where there's a hurricane watch and a tropical storm warning in effect. The areas in red are under a hurricane warning. The areas in the pink are in a hurricane watch. And then the area in blue is in a tropical storm warning. And then the area in yellow is a tropical storm watch. And then by Friday, this is going to be a post-tropical low, post-tropical depression, and won't be an issue aside some rain and some wind and potentially some tornadoes. You're just tuning in to the live stream. We are moments away here from a landfall from Hurricane Francine. We've been tracking Francine for, it feels like forever now. This is going to be the end of it right here, right now. As it is about to make landfall in south central Louisiana near Morgan City. Thibodeau, you guys have a history with tropical cyclones over the past 4 years. I believe you guys were hit by, I think it was Ida or Zeta or one of the hurricanes in 2020. There were so many that season that I can't remember. Weather Channel has gone on another break. We are still waiting landfall on Hurricane Francine. You're just tuning into the live stream. We are moments away here. U.S. watch warnings. Is that Oh, so this is literally just saying all the warning graphics. Okay. We're not going to go into the discussion just because there's really like not much to discuss anymore as it is. Well, actually, they might give us a time frame. Where's Schwartz? Tennessee increased 35 knots. Turned to the north. Low change in strength is expected during the final hours. Francine is expected to quickly weaken while also losing tropical characteristics. Transition into an extratropical cyclone is expected to be complete by Friday morning, with cyclone forecast to dissipate after 60 hours. Then the key messages, yeah, in 12 hours, in 60 hours, it's just going to be gone. And then by 72 hours out, it'll be dissipated. So not really much of an update here in terms of obviously what they put out. Wind speed, obviously, if you're near the coast, near the center of it, you're going to get at least tropical storm force. This is our hurricane. Obviously, once again, if you're near the coast or near the center, you're going to get hurricane force wind speeds. Peak surge, we're still predicting up to 10 feet of storm surge in the areas from Port Fontaine, Fortron to Burns Point. 1 to 3 feet from Freeport to the Vermilion Cameron Parish line. Also, if you didn't know, the counties in Louisiana are called parishes instead of counties for who knows what reason. But there you go. There's some history for you. Jeez, the wind where Cantorias is just blowing ham. Oh my gosh. Surprised that tree behind him hasn't fallen down yet. That's insane. That is pure insanity from Jim Cantori here of the Weather Channel. That's just, oh man. Once again, if you're just tuning in, we are moments away from landfall. The app is the website for the National Hurricane Center is now breaking. Apparently, I don't know who that is. From Tyler Kurtz, I don't know where he is, but apparently tornado sirens are going off, and that likely means that we have an extreme wind warning that's been issued. And if we go to our Twitter page, or Twitter in general, We have no tornado warnings or severe thunderstorm warnings in effect right now. Apparently, Brandon Kopech just had a tree fall right in front of him. Hurricane Chaser Chase is live streaming his footage here. You guys want to check it out? No, I'm not even going to get into that right now because we have a thing to track, and X is being stupid as always. Thanks, Elon, for that once again. Watch for Sharknado. Oh my gosh. YouTube chats never disappoint. Oh man, I feel another sneeze coming. We are still awaiting landfall confirmation from the National Hurricane Center. That should be coming within the next probably 15 minutes or so now. Apparently, Recon got 102 knots at flight level. If we jump on over here to our knot to mile an hour,